Our team coverage continues now with Eric Avanier live in San Marco with a closer look at the flooding there. Eric?
Yeah, right now we're on Landon Avenue in the heart of San Marco, and I can honestly say that I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is that, as you can see, the sun is starting to come back out. That rain has moved on from here. Also, some of this water is starting to dissipate. But the bad news is that at the height of all of this, it was still at least another 2.5 feet higher than this, and so much so that a neighbor here, a resident, had to put up this sign, a no wake zone sign, basically to warn people that were in those big trucks coming through here to not zoom through here so fast, because it creates such a wake that it ends up all on the yard. It brings trash onto the yard and almost into people's homes. I want to go over here and talk to Katie McNeil. Katie lives on this block, lives on Landon Avenue. You and I, we were talking. You are not happy. You are really upset over this.
I am really upset because it's getting worse. They're spending $40 million on LaSalle Pump Station project, and they tell us it's going to get better, but this is worse. People drive down here super aggressively. They say that the pumps are supposed to be making a difference, but they forget to turn them on. They're supposed to be on automatic. They go the wrong direction, and we've had 4 cars stall out and get damaged in front of our houses here on Landon. Their cars are probably destroyed. People drive super aggressively. We're really worried about the structural integrity of our homes, having this much water go into our foundations and it not dry out. And so we've called Haskell, we've called the city, we've reached out to our city council person. Today I called a supervisor at Public Works. They just hand wave it away and say that it's better, but it's not. It's objectively worse since they started this project.
And I want to also talk about, too, because I can see in this yard right here, there is a piece of a car that floated onto the... Is this common?
It is very common. I can't tell you how many cars that I have seen stall out in front of our homes because the water is so deep that it gets into their engines. Parts of their cars break off routinely. JSO will not shut down the street. We try to warn people, but they drive very aggressively and get angry at us. We're just trying to protect their vehicles from getting damaged and protect our properties from getting run over. When they don't want to go in the street, they'll run up into our yards. They'll come up and break irrigation lines and water mains, and they just have complete disregard for the residents here.
Thank you so much. And again, that's Katie McNeil. And she is correct about some of the things that she has said, because we also saw a video, kid you not, at the height of all of this, there was a truck that came through here so fast that it created a big wake. The driver of the truck went to the end and then backed back up and then gunned it again. So this is, and they say, now, this is stuff like this. At least this vehicle here is going a little bit slower, but look at the wake that is creating. Now imagine if the water, the flooding was at least another 2.5 feet higher. Now you're talking about water potentially getting into people's homes, definitely on their front yards. Of course, we're going to be out here throughout the night talking to folks. So far, we've talked to quite a few people that are not happy about this, that have had to deal with this. And unfortunately, they're going to have to continue to deal with this for the next coming days, because guess what? More rain is in the forecast. Reporting live in San Marco, Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.